even that
So,
was after.
so what if like say for example, person A is really good at radio announcing and stuff like that, like really amazing. Even though it's scripted, he really know how to make
Yeah.
it very engaging. But he has like 10 followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
Sorry,
then-
you have to let you go.
No, they won't let go, but they will have to tell him you need to buck up.
Wow. It's part of the performance, huh?
Yes. Part of your KPI.
That is not a KPI. That's just
It is part of the KPI now. Thank God when I was still there, it wasn't a thing yet. After I left, then it became a thing. Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
And you cannot put your own personal stuff. Like I had a announcer friend, she's no longer radio, but she had her own personal Instagram. And they would show her going out, partying, having a good time
But
with her
cannot.
friends. She got called in and said that you cannot.
Because
You
it
can-
tarnishes the radio's image.
Exactly. Even
People's-
though it's her own personal account.
Sure, yeah.
But because she's associated with that radio
Correct.
station. I mean, I get it, but it's screwed up lah.
It's not
It's
like
screwed up.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like she's
It's not
robbing a
human.
bank.
I think it's not human.
So, but this is what they actually have to go through. So,
Yep.
being a
Yeah,
radio
that was
announcer,
icon.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the.
yeah.
Yeah, I think fundamentally it's a business they're trying to run.
It is a business.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why,
That's why I
yeah.
say it's like all about numbers.
Correct.
So you get affected. So if your numbers go up, okay, then you might get a bonus. But if your numbers
Remains or
remain
drop.
or go down, then
Minus salary.
it's always the radio announcer's fault, even though it's
Yep.
a whole team thing.
Because
But
it's the face of the
sometimes
radio station, I think. That's what they
the
perceive.
face now, yes. It used to be just the voice.
Yeah.
Now it's become the face.
Yeah.
So before this, radio, there was no such thing as like, oh, you can have Facebook and you can actually see who the radio announcer is.
Yeah.
You know, when I was listening to radio at the time, like,
can't even
what did they
know.
sound like?
Yeah.
I mean, what did they look like? But now you have access to them. Like easier access to them because of the social
And
media
it's
accounts
a-
and the ads.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have a bigger view on their personal life, and then that's
Yes.
how it affects lah.
But
fucked up, man.
Really stressful now being a radio announcer, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit, can't
I'm
do
so glad.
stuff.
Oh my god, I felt so. I was like liberated, freedom. When I found it, I'm like,
Imagine if you share something that people are like, wow, this guy discriminating this thing or that thing just because he shared because it's funny. Then there's a problem so lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a meme or anything funny.
Imagine if like you share the thing.
Actually, I got a couple of friends who are in radio right now as
Right.
well, and I can feel it.
Are they
I
stressed
see
out?
I see the change in their
Posting.
profiles, because you know when
everything
you're
has to be clean.
yeah.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah. Yep. No, like she's got tattoos and everything, but it's kind of like that. Hey, I'm an upbeat guy. Don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. That thing, and then you're like, I know you lah. You're not like that.
Yeah.
I know you. I got drink with you before. I like you know went out with you and all that. Like
It is a personality. We are a personality. We
You have to
we are a
portray.
character.
Yep.
Actually, when we are on air. Especially when you are doing like the breakfast show or the drive time show, because those are the two most
it's the heaviest,
Most traffic
it's the
lights,
heaviest of the
suppose.
day.
yeah, it's prime time.
Yeah.
Prime time radio. But in between, then that's another story. You're not allowed to have a personality. I mean, this is what I
man.
was told before, but it's like
There's no off time, man.
no, you only can go on air 15 seconds, and it's just like talk about the song, talk about the artist, and then just play
Sure.
play the music.
Perhaps
So
it
there's-
takes away from the prime time faces, right? Maybe it's too many personalities to keep track of. Is that why you potentially don't want more faces?
because they want to only highlight the prime time slots.
Yeah, exactly.
So even on those in between shows, they're still pushing the breakfast show. They're still,
right.
Even the
Yeah.
drive time show is pushing the breakfast show because that
Oh
is
my.
the show. Which I'm like, but that's not the only show. You have all the other shows.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
the other programs. You have other DJs. Wouldn't it make more sense if all the other announcers are also brought up,
Yeah,
also
yeah.
promoted, so that you're not just focusing on just one,
Do
you know?
it.
So it's the whole thing. So that was, I mean, when I was at Red, that's how it was. That's how it felt. Like everyone,
Let's just
every
pull all-
person,
everybody
the whole
together.
team. That's why we felt like a family. But now it's like, oh, we're all pushing for the breakfast show. I felt uncomfortable with it because I generally don't. I'm not really that comfortable being in the limelight and all that. So that's why having left, it was just so much more. I felt like I can have my life again.
Right.
You know,
right,
that's
right.
why I just completely left. I completely, no goodbyes, no,
Wow.
I'm going to, no. I just like, boop, decline. I mean, deactivate.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.